Good day, ladies and gentlemen. The name's Ian Wiltshire from Wiltshire's Success Training. I'm going to give you a series of videos on success training, how to live a successful life, how to be happy, and how to become rich. Today we're going to start off with my first theme. And the topic is called your thinking. What do you think about? And when you have analyzed what you think and how you think, you will come up with a solution as to what your success means to you. Now, the universe has given us a tool, and this tool is to use to make the most out of our potentials and to make the most out of our lives. And the first thing I would like to tell you, the universe says, it's your thinking, it's your words, and then your actions. Many people have their actions first, and then they tell others what they have done, and then they think about it. They get it all wrong. But I'm going to show you that through this process of thinking first, and then saying it, making the statement of what you are thinking about, and then the action starts, and then you can get busy doing what you are thinking and doing what you are saying. Now, in this world, if you want anything in life, many people think on what they don't want. Is that right? You think what you want, and you also think of what you don't want. And you know what happens if you think about what you don't want? You start talking about it. And if you start talking about it, you get the result. That which you don't want becomes your reality. Now, many of us, we think, oh, there's such a thing as fate out there. There is such a thing as destiny out there. There is such a thing as happenstance out there. It means things happen because they happen. No, every human being, we are creative beings. We are here to create our own realities. You are there to create your own reality. And you can only create your reality by the quality of your thoughts. Now, scientists have said that the average human being, thinks about 60,000 thoughts a day. That means so many different thoughts cross your mind, and then you think you are at mercy of your own thoughts. But that's not true. You are able to control your thoughts. You are able to control what you think. And what you think is that which will eventually become your reality. Now, we could also be fortunate because sometimes we have negative thoughts, and this may not necessarily become your reality. That's because you thought it once or twice. But the constant thinking of someone or the constant thinking of something leads you and I that which you were thinking about becomes your reality. Just think about this. Now let us say that you are a student and you want good results in your examinations and in your studies. And you think about what could go wrong in your studies. What problems you might accompany, what problems you might encounter in your studies. And then eventually you start encountering these problems, and then you say at the end, well, studying is not for me, because everything I do seems to land up somewhere in the mire. But now, if you are confident and you say to yourself, listen, I love what I'm studying, and I know at the end I'm going to attain good results. And that's exactly what happens. And so I'm going to give you a series of these videos so that you can take your life in your own hands. You can decide for yourself. Do you want to be successful? You know, success is a given in the one way or the other. People who think negatively People who think that life is hard, they have success with that. Life becomes hard for them. So that success, in fact, is a given one way or the other. Now, I'm here to help you through these videos to give you the right impact, to give you the right impetus, so that you can direct your thoughts in the right way, in the way that you want your thoughts to go. Now, for example, you have many thoughts in your head, right? That's clear. But you must also check your thinking. It means the thought behind the thought. Have you understood that? The thought behind the thought. If, for example, you're trying to live a successful life, but you were taught that you are not successful, that success can only be attained by hard work and struggle and renouncing all the pleasures of life, and you say, well, I believe that I'll be successful. Let me tell you one thing. You won't really be successful. You know why? Because the sponsoring thought, the thought behind the thought, that still influences your thinking. That means your self-image. Now I'm going to give you some help on this self-image, the thought behind the thought. Now sometimes we in this world, we are governed by two major emotions. Do you know what these emotions are? Love and fear. Love, we know, is trusting, and love is freedom. Fear is on the other side of the spectrum. Now, if you are brought up to fear life, to fear anything that happens, to fear for your very existence, and that becomes your sponsoring thought. So everything, because fear also means lack. Fear also means the lack of something. Fear also means there is not enough to go around. There is not enough money. The government doesn't have enough money. There is not enough to share with other people. There is not enough space. There is not enough love to go around. And so many things. And so this is your sponsoring thought, the fear. And I want to get you to get to the other side of the spectrum, and that is the love spectrum. Love is the sponsoring thought, and love is confident, love is trusting, love is having hope, and love is knowing that you are there to succeed for your good. Now, we were told so many times also in the scriptures, seek and ye shall find. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Knock and the door shall be opened. And yet we tell people opportunities only come once. You better do this or you better do that, because this opportunity comes once and never ever returns. Now that sort of thinking is based on fear. Opportunities always come. Doors always open and close. That is the cycle of life. Life is actually meant to be one exciting adventure. And so I'm going to tell you now, in this series, in these lessons, bit by bit, how you could attain this wonderful life. This life full of prosperity, this life full of health, this life full of love, and you get it by checking your sponsoring thought. Thank you very much for today. Bye-bye for now.